I'm going to show you how to get your first paying customers in 5 simple steps. There are tons of video out there on YouTube telling you how to grow or scale your business. And to be honest, most of them are just overcomplicating this shit. And by the way, I learned this from Alex Mozi and it works 100% of the time. So here's how to get your first paying customers in 5 steps. So step number 1, you get a list. So how do you do that? The first thing you have to do is pull up your phone. You go through your contacts, write every single person you have on your contact list. I know for a fact that on average, every single person would have above 150 on their WhatsApp list. Some who have as much as 200, 500. The next thing, you go to other social media platforms, you go to your Facebook, you go to your Instagram, you go to your Snapchat, right? And then you get a list of every single person you know, and then you write it down. Once that is done, you should have minimum of about 500 people. And these are your initial leads. Now, don't get scared. You're not going to start spamming them messages. Let's go to the next step. So step number 2 is personalize your message. Now you've gotten over 500 leads. I want you to do something. I want you to split them into days. So we are going to reach out to 100 people every single day. So if you have 500, you split it into 5 days. So in 5 days, you'll be able to reach out to 500 people. And what we are going to do right now is personalize those messages. Instead of coming up with some random script and then sending it to them or sliding into their DM, asking them to buy your product or buy your service. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to personalize our message. And personalizing our message is extremely simple. The first thing you do is go to their profile, either on Instagram or probably on their WhatsApp status, wherever you found them from, and then try and find out what they have going currently. So it might be, oh, they just bought a car, or oh, they just gave birth, or they just got married. Whatever it is, you get it and send that first message. Hey, what's up? Congratulations. I saw you just got a bike. Oh, I saw you just got a car. That is the first thing. So step number 3 is reach out, which is where you are going to now create your message. For this stage, you can follow the ACA framework, which is acknowledge, compliment, and then ask. So let's go through it. Acknowledge. Going to their profile, we have a personalized message. We know what's going on in their lives. Acknowledging them is like, hey, you just got a new degree. Complimenting them goes like, congratulations, you must have put in a lot of work into getting this. It's a huge feat to achieve. And then last thing is ask. So when it comes to the ask, as much as possible, you have to tailor your ask to the compliment, right? So we've complimented them. Oh, you just got a new degree in project management. Congratulations. And then now we tailor the ask. So let's assume, for example, into helping them revamp their CV or doing some LinkedIn optimization surveys, right? And then I'll tailor it to that. The ask then becomes, are you now looking for new opportunities in project management in order to, scale your experience? That's an ask. You don't have to outrightly tell them, hey, I'm doing this. No, that is the first thing, right? And that's step number 3. Step number 4, when they respond, that's where the source happens. So when they respond, don't sell it to them directly. What you should do instead is sell it to them as though you're asking to sell it to their friends. And what that means is simple. So you obviously be honest and tell them, hey, I'm currently helping people revamp their CV and their LinkedIn profile. And I was wondering if you have anybody in mind that would need this service or would need to up their CV or their profile in order to land a new job or a new role. So 2 things can happen. They can either say yes, no, or I'm that somebody. So that opens you up to 3 different opportunities. Right. The first one is, yes, they are probably the person that will become your new lead, right? And they'll want your service. The second one is they're probably not the person, but they have somebody else, right? And they can refer to you. And the third one is they say no. And when they say no, it's fine. Depending on how you ask, you can even turn your no into something else. For example, this is a script that Alex used. It's ending the ask with, if they have anybody they like that needs that service. And if they say no, you can then come back to them and ask, okay, do you have anybody you hate that needs that service? And oftentimes they have to rethink and then they'll just give you an answer. So once that is done, you obviously have a few number of leads in your hands that are interested in your service. The next thing is for you to offer it for free. Now, you'll be like, oh yes, I'm in business, I want to make money. But come on, you're just getting started. Nobody knows you. You don't have any proof. You don't have any referral. You don't have any testimonial. Your service is basically worthless to them. So they are doing you a favor in one way or the other. And right now, they're just getting started. You need that from them. So offer your service for free. But offer it under 3 conditions. Condition 1 is that they actually use your service or your product. Condition 2 is that they give you feedback on your product or your service. Genuine feedback. And then condition 3 is if your service helped them in any way, shape, or form, they should leave a positive review for you. And that's it. So once that is done, you get your few set of customers. Yes, they might not be paying now, but we're getting there. So working with them, you'll be able to give them results, get testimonials, and tweak your service to know that, oh yes, this service actually works. If it's a product, you'll be able to tweak your product and know that, okay, yes, this product is now a top tier product. And then we'll go to step number 5, which is start charging. So to start charging, you would have to go back to step number 4, which is where you were charging for free. So now you are charging for a certain amount. So instead of telling them I can help you revamp your CV and help you optimize your LinkedIn profile for free, you tell them I'm helping just 5 people revamp their CV and their LinkedIn profile for just 20% of what I normally charge. And the reason I'm doing it is because I'm trying to get more testimonials and prove that my services actually work. And yes, some of you will think, oh, this will not work. But trust me, in the world of business, one of the assets you have is honesty. The more honest you are, the more transparent you are, you'll be surprised at how much people are willing to take a bet on you. So now you're charging. Yes, you're not charging what you want to charge. You're charging 20% of what you want to charge. You charge 20% for the first set of customers that you get. And then the next thing, you go back there again. And then instead of 20%, you up it to 40%. And then you do the same thing. And then you go back again and you up it to 80%. And then you go back again and then you do the same thing. And then now you're charging full price, right? And then you're charging full price. Now you have testimonials, you have proof, you have track record, you know your product work, and then you have a few number of people that are already using your product and are satisfied with it. And so what you now do is now you go back to people you're servicing for free, and then you tell them, I'm currently doing this same thing for X number of people and I'm charging them this. And I want to retain you as a client, I want to retain you as a customer because you were there from the scratch. So I'm going to charge you this. Probably charge them like 80% what you're charging others, right? So you're giving them a 20% discount. And you tell them, oh, I'm going to charge you 80% of this if you're willing to continue. And then they will be like, yes, I want to continue. Or they will say no, and then you get your testimonial from them and then you move on. But don't treat them like shit because they are your initial customers. They helped you get to where you are currently. Because you've gone through this process, you have multiple customers, you have multiple results, you have multiple proof, and then you can scale faster and easier as opposed to lying your way to the top. And side bonus, don't forget we have over 500 people on our list. What that means is, as much as possible, you have to try to keep those people warm. So either it's by sending them weekly content, it's by sending them weekly reminders, greetings, reminding them about your service, reaching out to them over and over again, and try and keep the leads warm. Don't just abandon them. And what happens is that subsequently, you're getting more leads from them, more referrals from them, more connection from them, more customers from them. And that way, you've gotten your first set of customers. From there, you grow. If this video gave you value, trust me, you have to see this one as well. And then don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Share to any and every business owner that you know out there that is building their business, because this will help them.